Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Slime, and it's time for your best things to buy this week in GTA Online. Now, I do want to say ahead of time, I know I haven't uploaded in about 2 weeks now. I just had a lot of stuff going on, but I promise you guys we are going to go back to posting GTA content consistently. And of course, if you have been following the channel, you do know that normally every Friday or Saturday, I do post weekly videos of basically the best things to buy / like invest your time in GTA Online for that current week. Because if you should know, if you play GTA, they do weekly updates every Thursday, and we just pretty much go over them at a little bit more in-depth, type of style. So if that is something you are interested in and you do want some new, refreshing, consistent GTA content, consider subscribing to the channel. It only takes 1 second of your time, and it makes a massive difference in the YouTube algorithm for both my channel and how the YouTube video performs, And anyway, let's get into the video of the best things to buy this week in GTA Online. We have a ton of cool discounts and some pretty decent double money for beginner players. So we're going to go over everything piece by piece, and I hope you guys enjoy. So first, let's go over some of the ways we can make some extra money this week. Of course, the Martin Madrazo hits are going to be double money. So instead of 30,000, you should be getting 60,000 a hit. Now, these missions aren't obviously going to be ideal for veteran players with a ton of money. But if you are a beginner player, this is a very good way actually to make a decent amount of money, because these missions only take 2 to 3 minutes. Now, also, there's a weekly challenge. I believe if you complete 2 Martin Madrazo hits, you will get an additional $100,000. So it's not that bad. Now, of course, these Martin Madrazo hits were added with the Bail Enforcement Agency update, and they haven't been too popular in the community, but like I said, I think if you're a beginner player, it's definitely a decent way to make money this week, and I would definitely look into it. As for the veteran players, obviously there's better ways to make money, but I still just wanted to let it be known, that is double money this week. And now let's move on to some of the discounts this week and what we have for us at the different locations on the map. So first up, let's just get the luxury autos out the way. We have the Canis Castigator, and then I forget the name of this car, but it's like that. It's a new car that dropped with the Bail Enforcement Agency. It's not really that good. That's why I don't even really care about it. I think it's called like the Envisionage, something like that. Long story short, the car's not all that great. Probably not worth the money, even though it is on sale actually for 30% off this week. But anyway, let's move down to Simeon's again. Couple removed vehicles here. This one right here is a removed vehicle. Honestly, I can suggest that vehicle right there. It has pretty good customization. I'm just kind of a fan of cool pickup trucks, and that's definitely a cool pickup truck. And then also the Torero, the OG one for the Pegassi. I would honestly, out of all the vehicles in Simeon's, I would probably only suggest the old Pegassi Torero, because obviously it is an OG vehicle. The customization isn't great, but it is pretty iconic, and honestly doesn't perform all that bad. And then this pickup truck right here is also pretty damn cool. I like that it's, lifted and stuff like that. It actually performs pretty good off-road as well. I think I have like 2 of them already, so I'm not going to be buying it this week, but it is only a little over $400,000. You really can't go wrong with that car for $400K. Now moving on to some more discounts over at Legendary Motorsports. Like I said, the Envisage, I guess it's Envisage, I guess that's how you pronounce it. It is 30% off, but like I said, the vehicle is pretty disappointing, but it does look pretty cool. The customization is pretty cool. So if you just care about the looks of it, you can go ahead and grab it. But personally, the performance of the car is severely poor, and I think it's a little bit overrated and not that great of a car. Now, moving on to some really good discounts we have on good cars is, of course, the Benefactor LM87, one of the best land vehicles in the entire game. It handles like a beast. It has monster speed. Very good car, and it is a 1-seater, so it is pretty unique, and this is also going to be 30% off. Now, next up is one of my favorite vehicles in the entire game, and that is going to be the Grotti Furia. Now, the Grotti Furia looks very realistic to its real-life counterpart, which is one thing that I really like about it, and I really like that like white LED strip light that goes across the hood of the car. It looks really cool, especially in game, especially at nighttime, man. This is one of the better looking cars in the entire game, and it is currently 30% off. So if you want to get this vehicle, now is definitely the time to do so. I already have 2, but I think I'm going to get a 3rd. Moving on to Warstock Cash and Carry, we have a few more sales here. This is going to be on the Kurtz the Kurtz boat, man. I mean, you know, it's Cayo Perico classic. If you are interested, if you're a boat guy, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get yourself an armored boat. One thing I will say that I like about it kind of looks like a Bape boat. I don't know if you guys know what Bape is, but for those of you who do, it kind of has like the Bape shark mouth in the front of the boat, so it looks pretty cool. But anyway, we also have 30% off the Barrage and also 30% off the F45 Nakota. These, of course, aren't great vehicles. I wouldn't really suggest buying them, but for whatever reason, if you wanted a Barrage or a F45, you can go ahead and grab them this week. They are going to be 30% off on Warstock Cash and Carry. But again, I'm not going to sit here and like highly recommend any of these vehicles on Warstock Cash and Carry. They're not all that great. But let's move on to the Podium vehicle down at the casino. We do have the Pfister Neon. Now, the Pfister Neon is a very good looking car. I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be based on in real life. I want to say like a Porsche Panamera maybe, but it looks really cool, man. This car is absolutely awesome. It is electric, but it actually handles pretty well for an electric car, and it just looks really nice. So definitely try to win that this week at the casino. And over at the LS Car Meet, your prize ride is going to be the Obey Drifter. Now, this car is one of my favorite cars in the entire game. It looks really good, it sounds really good, and also performs really well. Now, if you are on next gen, your HSW test track vehicle at the car meet is going to be the Ubermacht Niobe, which is a really good car. It is not on sale though, and I would suggest, you know, just buying it off the website. It'll be cheaper than the test track version because that one already has customizations. Now, the rest of our test track vehicles are going to be the Vapid Click, the Ubermacht Revolter, and the Vapid FMJ. Out of these three vehicles, I can definitely suggest the Vapid FMJ, which is 30% off this week as well, and also the Ubermacht Revolter here in the middle, which is also 30% off. So like I said, man, we have a lot of decent sales this week. We don't have any good businesses double money, unfortunately, this week, but we have had an awesome like last month of weekly updates, so can't really blame them. At least they gave us a ton of removed vehicles, which by the way, these two right here are also removed vehicles, so keep that in mind. If you want them, you got to get them now while they're at the car meet, and like I said, they're 30% off. So they gave us good discounts on some pretty good cars. Overall, I can't complain. It's a pretty solid week. But anyway, let's move on to the next subject. Now, moving on down to the Salvage Yard, unfortunately, there aren't any claimable vehicles this week, but the Dubachi Champion is going to be your highest paying vehicle. I don't know if people really run the Salvage Yard, you know, if there isn't claimable vehicles. Me personally, I haven't. I don't use the tow truck, you know, passive income or these, you know, vehicle heists, mini robberies. I just don't really see a point unless there's a claimable vehicle, but we should be getting one soon. We haven't got one in a while, but for those of you who do run the Salvage Yard, those are going to be your vehicle robberies this week. Now let's move on to the last and final way you can make a little bit of extra money this week. That is going to be with the time trials. These are the locations on your screen. This is the normal time trial that pays 100K, and then your HSW time trial for the next gen players is going to be located right here. This one will pay you 250K. Now, I always suggest doing both of these because it's a nice way to make 350K within like, you know, 5 minutes of work. So why not? And you can get these done every single week. And that pretty much wraps up everything in this week's update in GTA Online. Again, I do make consistent GTA content on this channel. I haven't for the last 2 weeks or so because I just had a ton of stuff going on, but I promise we are going to go back to scheduling, you know, 3 to 4 videos a week like I used to. It's going to become normal again, so don't worry, guys. Again, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button if you made it all the way to the end. It takes 1 second of your time and really helps the channel grow, and also how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And if you already been following the channel, welcome back. Again, I do plan on making a full comeback, man. We are going to get consistent again. Don't you worry about it. I cover these weekly updates every single week, and that's where we're going to get back to, you know, business guides, the whole 9 yards, everything you need to know about GTA, and we're definitely going to get back in full swing. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching the video and sticking it to the end if you made it here, and until the next one, peace out, boys.